Hi everyone, welcome to Toop TV. This week we've got an abundance of properties on the market, so we'll be showing you through a lot of extra homes, and we're going from the hills to Golden Grove. Also on today's show, point 4 on the seller's 10-point checklist, which is all about getting to know your salesperson and agency better. In SA's finest, we're featuring a stunning contemporary home in Beaumont, perfect for the whole family. And remember, we'll be answering your questions at the end of the show, so keep them rolling in and we'll get to them shortly. Well, hi everyone. With Christmas just around the corner, the pageant's out of the way, and the window of opportunity to put your house on the market narrowing, now's the time to get moving. Later on the show, an executive property in Blackwood, and now on Inside Story, how the market has performed in recent years.
The past 5 years have seen property values and rental rates steadily increase. A lack of homes for sale has been the biggest contributor to this, and upward pressure on prices will probably remain unless the government finds a solution to the housing supply problem.
Probably to build upwards instead of outwards, releasing more land. I guess the government could do that.
For the time being, affordability issues are expected to keep many prospective buyers out of the market, which means competition for rental accommodation is likely to intensify and weekly rents will rise. Tenants in Adelaide have been lucky so far, as the rise in rental prices for houses has remained under the national average, while property owners in the South Australian capital would be satisfied with the middle-of-the-range increase in median house prices during recent years. Over the next 12 months, it's expected there will be fairly flat growth in the property market. However, house prices, rents and yields have historically always proven to increase over time, which highlights the importance of having a long-term hold strategy plan in place for property purchases.
Well, an interesting story there on the market at the moment. Certainly activity over the last few days would suggest that the buyers are out and about and making some offers on properties right now. And of course the levelling of the vacancy rates in the rental properties is interesting, because that certainly will drive rental prices up. Now, joining me live in the studio from Tish and Enigma Books is Ashley Canute-Park. Lovely to have you here, Ashley.
Thank you for having me.
Branded Purple Books, of course. Ashley, lovely to have you here, but perhaps could you give us a little bit of a rundown on your background and what brought you to live here in South Australia?
Certainly. Well, I'm a migrant from South Africa, and I decided to emigrate here with my husband about 10, 11 years ago. My background is media. I used to work for the largest newspaper in South Africa, and I'm an honours graduate in marketing. And we got to a point where if we wanted to live another day, it would be prudent to leave South Africa and come to Australia. And the question is always asked, why South Australia? Well, my husband was offered a job, and we decided not to stare a gift horse in the mouth, because we had done an awful lot of research on the eastern seaboard in Perth. And having looked at the numbers, we decided that South Australia was a very good option. And finally, I did not want to leave and move from one Johannesburg to another Johannesburg, i.e. Sydney.
Yes.
So it was for the lifestyle that we were attracted to.
Okay. Well, it's interesting to know where people's evolution comes from, and I guess the reason for having you on the show today, amongst a few other things we'll discuss shortly, is your new book, Footprints South Australia, which has a wonderful pictorial view of what we're all on about at the moment. Would you like to give us a little bit of detail on what's about to be published?
I'd love to, thank you. When I arrived here all those years ago, one of the things that I couldn't understand was there weren't really any beautiful coffee table books about South Australia. And having seen South Australia for the first time, I decided to take it onto my own self to publish a book and see the pictures that people weren't seeing. And the general response to this book has been, oh my God, I had no idea that South Australia was so beautiful and had so much to offer. Now, this book goes all around the world. It's one of the most popular coffee table books that are sold for our tourist audience. Yep. It's sold in all of the bookstores, and it is, we print 5,000 and we sell that over every 4 years. We publish the book every 4 years. There are opportunities for boutique businesses who are related to tourism to come into the book. We only have a handful of opportunities for them. But the real thing about the book is that we were looking to showcase the best of South Australia and provide a platform for professional, up-and-coming hobbyist photographers so that we could showcase their work into the mainstream media. And the the West Australia Bank actually bought 10 copies of pictures inside, 10 different photographs, and we had them mounted and put in their head office here in Adelaide.
Wonderful.
Very
Okay.
popular.
Yeah. So what sort of photos are we talking about that you're looking for right now?
Well, right now we're looking for the sort of photos that really epitomise South Australia. And the simplest thing I can say to your viewers is, look, if you had to imagine, stand still, look at that, whatever it is you're looking at, and pretend you're seeing it for the very first time.
Yep.
And it's that we're looking for. We have a panel of judges. The winning prize is the cover. So here we go.
Serious
This
serious
is it.
prize.
The winning prize is the cover.
Yep.
So your photograph could be anywhere on this cover.
Yep.
And the other thing I wanted to also mention to you, Tim, is that we have a section in here called lifestyle,
Yep.
which is how we relate it to property.
Yes.
So we are looking for the lovely photographs of houses and so on.
Mhm.
But really it's about showcasing the actual lifestyle and how affordable it is to live in this country.
Yes.
Having got caught with the South African rand and arriving here with virtually no money
Mhm.
because the exchange rate was just ghastly,
Yes.
and it still is,
Yeah.
it took us only 2 years in which to get enough money to build a deposit so we could purchase a home. We could never have done that in Sydney.
Yeah, well, that's it's a very good tick for South Australia. Presumably, the book covers our wine districts and our beautiful beaches and all of those sorts of things as well. Any other particular features that we should mention?
Yes, absolutely. It covers, it's the wide range, as you say, food and wine, beaches, sport, events, art, culture, fauna, flora. So I'm dying to see some pictures of Fumi and Wang Wang. But the second part of the book is about our regions, grossly unrepresented.
Yes.
So we are looking for regional shots from all of the 12 regions.
Okay.
And you know, we're just looking to put the pictures in the book.
Nice.
People are looking for a pictorial essay.
Now, you mentioned the competition. There's a website, I think, that people can actually enter their photos on.
Yes,
Do you
there
want
is.
to let people know which one of that is?
The address, if you would like to take this down, is www.competition.footprints-sa.com. Bit of a mouthful, I'll repeat it one more time. competition.footprints-sa.com.
Excellent, that's well done, because that's a fair mouthful. I guess perhaps to move on to a couple of other things that might be of interest because of your publishing background, a couple of other books that you might like to mention. I know Lounge to Boardroom might be worth mentioning to our audience.
I will, and just before I forget, I just want to mention that Advantage SA have come on board with this book, and they are actually looking for the iconic shot of South Australia, which is a separate prize, including an iPad. So, you know, come on board, get your photographs in. You might not think there's something special, but our judges, we know what we're looking for. So you've got nothing to lose. It's free to enter, unlimited.
Well done.
So moving
Yeah.
on to Lounge to Boardroom. Lounge to Boardroom is because we love to showcase the best of, Footprints is the best of South Australia, and Lounge to Boardroom is the best of inspirational women in business. And this book really is, again, photograph, story of the ladies, 55 women, inspirational women, of their journeys, their triumphs, their trials, their obstacles that they've had to endure in order to be successful and be where they are today. So the message that we have from the book is that, oh my God, if she can do it,
Fantastic.
I can do it too.
Outstanding. And that once again looks like it's a lovely coffee table book also. And we're going to have to come back to that one because at the moment we're going to go behind the blinds right now.